Welcome to Balmoral Walks, where we have the pleasure of interviewing people and talking all things property and life. There's been a lot of anticipation about what the real estate market was going to do in 2024, and now, as we come to the conclusion of the first quarter of 2024, we have far greater insights in what the real estate market is actually doing. Today I have the pleasure of introducing the Atlas quarterly report for the first quarter of 2024, and what a quarter it was. In fact, January, February, March, the first 3 months of the year, saw close to $300 million worth of real estate transacted by the Atlas real estate team. But traditionally, January is a quieter month. So if we just look at February and March, in excess of $270 million worth of property was transacted by the Atlas team. We had an average days on market of around 22 days, and the average price achieved was close to $6 million. And we saw some very impressive auction clearance rates from the company at 90%. So today, we're going to get further insights from two of our leading agents from the first quarter, Nick Gittoes and Anthony Godson. So Nick Gittoes, Anthony Godson, welcome to Balmoral Walks. What a great place to catch up.
Thanks, Pete. Great to be here. Absolutely beautiful down here this morning. Funnily enough, I was up bright and early for sunrise out at Middlehead. Caught a couple of tailor, which was really exciting. So
you're a bit of a fisherman in your spare time?
I like my fishing when I can squeeze it in, when we're not listing and selling real estate.
And you're doing a great job at that. Anthony, what do you love about Balmoral and Mossman?
Well, Pete, it goes without saying that Balmoral is the jewel in Mossman's crown, but it's much more versatile than that. The area, we're very blessed to have multiple beaches and harbourside locations, which we all get to love and enjoy, especially on days like this.
Talking about, we are blessed, aren't we, to sell real estate in one of the best markets, I think, in Australia, without a doubt. But you guys had one of the most remarkable months in March. It was your record month ever.
It was, Pete, yeah.
11 sales. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, Pete, I think as a whole, there was a lot of planning that went into it well before March.
Really started end of last year, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
So tell us about some of the notable sales and what happened in the real estate market.
Of the 11 that our team, obviously myself, Anthony and Amelia, sold in the month of March, there were probably two standout sales. One being 36 Orlando Avenue in Mossman, beautiful Victorian style terrace. One of the biggest ones in Mossman actually was the highest sale for an attached home in the first quarter, trading for just under 5.4 million.
Fantastic. That was really a beautiful home.
It was, yeah.
The photography and the video and everything you did with that was first class.
Yeah, the owners certainly poured their heart and soul into the renovation, and that was very well received by the buyers.
Yeah. And the eventual result was fantastic.
Yeah.
What other sales?
Well, Pete, we had a really, really strong result down on 7 Iluka Road in Mossman. The property had been in the family for over 25 years. We sold that one pre-auction. Again, very well received by the buying community, over 100 inspections, 18 contracts issued, and we actually sold that one $1 million more than the original guide price, which was well above everyone's expectations, including the owners.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
An amazing home, that one as well, originally designed and built by Walter Bailey Griffin. Back in 1947 it was, yeah. And the current owners have been in that home for just under 25 years. So great to get them a really strong result and a reflection of the current climate, I think, off the back of how things were a little bit volatile last year. We've certainly hit the ground running in terms of buyer engagement and commitment and confidence, which is attesting to all of these great results that the team's been able to achieve in this first quarter.
Beautiful. And the prestige market has been really strong as well. There's been some notable sales.
It has been.
It's probably been the best performing sector of the whole market, Pete. We've seen some incredible results achieved. There's been circa 14 properties sell above $10 million. Atlas as a team, very fortunate, and thank you to all of our wonderful clients that we were able to list and sell 9 of those 15, which is a really something that we're really proud of. And one sale in particular that Michael Coombs and Bo Zhang had was 46 The Grove, which obviously the highest sale price of the year, attracted interest from all over the globe, and that one sold for circa $30 million.
So it's actually the third home to join the $30 million club in Mossman. And Atlas now can very proudly say that 2 of the 3 have been sold under our roof.
Nick, what were some of the other notable sales for the quarter?
Really good question, Pete. 2 sales in particular that stood out to us, being achieved by Agent Bridges. One was 30 Stanley Avenue in Mossman, sold very quickly for a price well above market, around that circa $14 million range. And then another home that he took to auction at Whiting Beach, number 15, which was actually a lengthy auction, wasn't it? It went for over an hour, but they got a great result for their client there, selling in the high 7s. So obviously a reflection that auction process is still really working in the current climate.
So it's clear that the market has changed and it's come out of the gates really fast and aggressively, which is wonderful. So Anthony, there's been some major change in the real estate landscape. What do you think's been the catalyst for this change?
Certainly, Peter. Look, by nature, the Lower North Shore marketplace is fairly conservative. Now that we've got on top of inflation and also interest rates, people have been able to forward plan. It's brought a real sense of confidence back into the market. And not only that, we've seen the supply come back. So people are encouraged that they can go out and find a home that's suitable for their needs, whether that be upsizing or downsizing. So we've just seen it become a more transactional marketplace.
And the marketplace, we saw some incredible numbers in terms of properties hitting the market. Where do you think that stems from?
Well, I think in previous years, a lot of people wanted to move, and it's a very necessity-driven market. People tend to move because they have to. Either they're growing family and the home's too small, or they're downsizing and they want level access. It's a necessity-driven, motivating cause for them to want to move. What we saw when interest rates were going up and inflation, people just weren't selling. So there was nothing for them to go to. So what we've seen now, people are coming onto the market, which is just fueling more transactions. So people are going out and looking around and can actually see and feel and touch, buy things that previously just weren't there.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Like, over the course of probably the last 24 months, a lot of our clientele have been saying, look, we want to sell, but where do we go? It's only half the problem, isn't it? So now that there has been some more stock come to market, in fact, I believe in the first quarter, Pete, how much were we up in terms of stock levels? It was the highest influx of stock in the last 5 years, am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, so February was the highest number of properties that hit the market over the past 5 years.
Well, there you go. That's just further evidence to suggest that there's more confidence in the market. People are happy to come off the sidelines and actually play now.
So gents, thanks so much for your time today. There's been some wonderful insights into the real estate market. Thanks for joining us, and just a quick little insight into what do you think the future holds?
Thanks, Pete, and yeah, great to be here. I think we're going to see a really strong second quarter, and I think that will continue throughout the course of the year. There's all this talk about rates potentially coming back a little bit, which I think will just contribute to that buyer confidence. Across the team, we've got some amazing homes coming to market through that May period, obviously leading into the winter months. So if you are looking to buy or looking to sell, or if you're just interested in what's happening in the market, we'd love to hear from you, and obviously tell you about these great opportunities that we've got coming up soon.
Fantastic. Nick, Anthony, congratulations on a great first quarter, and good luck for the rest of the year, and thanks for joining me on Balmoral Walks.
Good on you, Pete. Thanks, mate.